Just came in from outside. It's pretty warm. Tomorrow it's going to be warm, right?
68 to 72, yeah.
68, 72?
Tomorrow, yeah.
Sunny?
Sunny, it's going to be beautiful.
How about Sunday?
Rain.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Sorry.
Thanks.
Better than last weekend because it was cold.
Last weekend was really cold. Mother's Day, we had some of the family over. We social distanced, of course. Yeah, social distancing. And we're going to have a fire outside and do everything, and couldn't do it. It was a bad day.
It was too cold for a fire?
No, it was raining.
Oh.
I had a fire downstairs in the basement, actually, in the fireplace.
Oh, good.
So.
Just before we came back from the break, Rick shook up a bottle of carbonated beverage and then opened it.
Well, how do I know? It doesn't say shake on it. Don't shake it. I figured it was like water, with those flavored waters and stuff. I know. So we had to get people.
It was a mess. You missed it, folks, and it's a good thing.
I'm not responsible, I'll tell you that right now. So, yeah, whatever. Life in the big city.
So you brought some notes today? You've never done that.
Well, you know what I did? Actually, I said to Stu, what have we been doing? What's out there? We can't hardly do anything. And
Stu.
Yeah, Kale.
Stu Kale.
Yeah, great guy that he is, and talented guy. And we're doing a lot of these things around town.
He did did you see the census video he did?
I didn't see it.
Yeah,
no.
it's very nice.
Really was?
Yeah.
Who do you do it for?
For the census.
For the
Census 2020. Yeah, did it for the census.
I mean, they contacted him or what?
The census. The census people called him up and.
Really?
Yeah.
Did they pay him?
No.
We did it for free? That too? We do them all for free. We do them for free. But I just.
No, there were some partners that paid, different community groups.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see it. It was pretty good though, huh?
You probably did it on your time too.
I know. It was ridiculous. Stu, are you watching? Have you done the census?
Yes, we've done it. Have you done it?
No. I want to do it. I know every night I say I'm going to do it, and I forget to do it.
9 questions.
So you just go online, right?
Mm-hmm.
Censusbureau.com or something like that?
Something like that. I'll look it up. But
I can find it. I got something at home.
I'll send you a
every
link
night
to the
honestly,
video.
I think, I'm going to do it, and I don't do it.
Yeah.
So.
They ask, there's nothing personal that they ask you.
Right.
Because there's probably some things you won't answer.
Like what? Do they ask if you're living? Kind of like voting. Do they ask if you're living or something?
They just want to know how many people live in a community.
Right.
Basically.
Well, you should probably do it because that means something.
Well, they'll ask you maybe just a little bit. So demographic data, they want to know, how many of certain, things here and there.
Certain things.
You'll figure it out. You've done the census. They do it every 10 years, so you've done it probably 7 times.
No, I was about 4.5 or something like that. No, I don't remember what I've done. Where's Cara today? Where's she? I didn't see her out there.
She's out raking leaves.
Liar. I don't believe that. Well,
I don't know where she is.
You don't know? I don't either. I tell you, I walked in, I said, what the heck? Where are you? But she wasn't there. So yeah, have a good week. Anything going on exciting? Anybody say anything really off the wall?
The whole week just went by really fast. We all thought that, here it is the 15th of May already. Isn't that amazing?
Thank God. And we're going to open up. What are we going to do? What's the word on the street?
At 3 o'clock today, the governor's going to have some comments.
And she has comments almost every day, it seems like.
Well, we're not out of the woods yet.
We only got 400 people in Jackson County. Half of them probably are in nursing homes and everything. So open up, man. We got some
that's
people.
why we have only 400 people.
You think that's why?
I know that's why.
How do you know?
Social distancing, and everything we're doing, it works.
Well, I'm not against it. I think the mask thing and everything. Why don't we have masks on?
You weren't wearing a mask?
Are you wearing one?
We're wearing masks all the time, except like right here where we're 6 feet apart.
Yeah, right. We are. That guy's not wearing one.
He took one off just so he could take a drink.
Oh, okay. Well, I just want to make sure. I mean, I think it's a good stuff. It's just as I've said in weeks past, and will continue to say, we have to open up with conditions.
With conditions. And
absolutely. Have to. I mean, they let this business open up because they think it's okay. Well, why not this one or whatever? And I tell you, the restaurants are going to be in big trouble. I tell you, people, I just feel bad for all these poor kids out there, We got to get something going.
It's a tough spot.
It's a tough spot.
I'd hate to be the governor or the president or anybody that's making these kinds of decisions. It's life and death, and it's life and death for your health and for your business or your.
Well, right.
Yeah,
I mean, you got to wear that side because there's this, the virus, and there's this, the results of being shut down and everything else happening out there. And I'm afraid these are going to be up here, weight, and this one's going to be way down here. But, I don't know. I know if I was governor, I would sit down with a whole bunch of people, including the guys on the other side of the aisle, and say, can we do this non-political and, and do what's right for our state? But then we don't seem to work that way anymore. I don't know. It disappoints me. I'm really frustrated, but
yeah, it's too bad they aren't meeting and deciding together as a unified approach instead of the public fighting.
Exactly. But I can tell you right now, I'm thinking our office, things are changing. I mean, we had somebody in today, Bart, that's going to bring in plastic like this, whatever, just so when people can come in, that they're really, kids can't sneeze on you or whatever it happens to be. So, we changed all that. We had a couple, we have a bunch of our people off premises, and we had a meeting. It wasn't Zoom, it was, I can't think what the other technology is, but it was really cool. How much is that going to change now? We have people calling us all the time, come to our office. How many people are going to say, let's have a Zoom meeting or whatever meeting, and we'll look at each other on the screen and all that type of thing. It's going to change a lot of things out there. I'm thinking, just because. So,
did your employees previously have the ability to sneeze on customers, or did you just change that?
Well, it's like we wrote down a message and we said, wash your hands. Don't put your hands to your face, and all that kind of good stuff. Don't sneeze on people, and just so we had to really teach them those basics, and then wash your hands again for 20 seconds with warm water and soap. So I think it's a good thing because this shaking hands thing, it's like shaking hands with you. I don't know where that you've been with your hand, and that kind of makes me nervous. Think about it.
I do. I think about it all the time, and I've always thought about it all the time.
Have you really? Mm-hmm. And me too.
Yeah.
I have too.
Are you OCD or
a germaphobe type guy or something?
Yeah, germaphobe.
Not a real germaphobe type guy, but yes, to some degree. I think about that stuff too. Have you too like that?
I am, yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, I don't need to shake your hand. Let's do the elbow or even do the fist thing. I think shaking hands probably will be that because it does. I don't want to. In our office, here's the other problem. I've got a gal in my office, and some people are real huggers and other people aren't. I don't think you're a real hugger.
No.
And I haven't been really either, And don't try hugging
You're
me.
too stiff. You just you can't relax enough to hug
Oh,
someone.
I can too. I hug my grandkids all the time. I still hug them right now. So I'm not social distancing from them. But so we when we did our video meeting, we just everybody did like this, So it's for Andrea, who's this big hugger in our office.
Oh.
And but yeah, it's I think that really is nice. I think it's going to be interesting to see how that affects people because some people just really need that, And I think that the receiver needs it.
Human touch, people do.
It is. It's a human touch thing, and if that's going to go away, I guess that's my biggest thing. I don't think people understand is how is this going to change us from an emotional standpoint, from an internal standpoint of how just the way we think about life and feel about things, and when you take some of that away. And that's my biggest problem too with this poor kids that have some learning disabilities or some other challenges. And my wife was a special ed teacher and was head of special ed for a couple of different communities. Said you have to have with those kids a one-on-one relationship for them to really learn and to help them get out of that so they can function in this world. And if we don't give that back to those kids, I can't imagine the ramifications for the literally hundreds of kids in our own community, maybe thousands and thousands, of course, in the state and wherever else out there, and what it's going to do to them for the rest of their life. And that's what bothers me, and especially the kids that don't have the means to even have that because they're relying completely on the schools and that. And so that's my biggest thing. And I feel bad for those poor kids that can't have that or live in such situations that aren't the best, out there. So that's why I think we need to reopen. We got to get back. And I'm hoping to God the schools figure out a way to do something. And I saw your interview with Jessica Birkin, which was a good interview. And she says, I don't think you can teach kindergartners to socially distance. And I said, yeah, it's probably true. So, whatever, as the world turns.
As the world turns. Well, have a great weekend.
You too. I'm going to have your drink. It's a good drink here. I like that. It's kind of uptime.
Uptime.
Uptown.
spill it again.
Hey, you just didn't clean it up.
Made a mess here today. Ric Walton. That's it. We've run out of time. Thanks to Rick and everybody. Monday, that's when Mike Shirkey next returns. Then Sarah Tackett, Jeff Knapp, and Bob Hoffman from the Wharton Center. I think we'll know next year's season. Monday on the morning show, Dr. Pamela Hackert and Phil Tripp. Hope you all have a happy and a safe weekend. Enjoy the beautiful weather that's